Hey students, congratulations, you've graduated. This video is all about the do's and don'ts, what to do and what not to do as soon as you get out of university. I'm Lindsay Sparrow. Follow me on Instagram at BuyTheLatte, and also check out my YouTube channel. If you're watching this, students, you also need to check out my videos on savings and compounding. Those are going to be really important for you. You've graduated from university or college and it feels great, right? Well, the reality is that a lot of students are really stressed because now they are getting into the workforce and they have huge student loan debts hanging over. And a lot of times when you're entering the workforce and starting your career, a lot of people don't know a lot about how to manage their finances. So I'm gonna give it to you straight, some do's and don'ts, so that you're set up on the right path and you're set up for success. Sometimes when you get out of school, it is very easy, now that you're making money, to take on a lot of debt. So you buy the new car, a lot of people will be offering you credit cards. And remember, credit cards are generally at 19 to 29%. So it's important that you keep this in the back of your mind. A credit card is a good way to build up your credit, but you need to pay it off every single month, because if you have 19% or 29% in interest, you'll never be able to get ahead. It could take you years and years and years to get out of $5,000 of credit card debt. I think the other important thing is, as soon as you get working, you need to make it a habit to save. You need to start putting away, even if it's 25 bucks off every paycheck. That habit of learning to save is going to be absolutely critical. If you get used to spending everything you make, then that will hold true for years and years to come. So if you just make savings a habit right from the beginning, and you make sure that savings becomes part of your monthly budget. So the same way you're going to pay rent, the same way you have a car payment, or the same way you have your bus pass and these types of expenses, that's how you should see savings. And you just got to start somewhere. Now, should you go and run and buy a house right away? Well, you're going to need a down payment. So if buying a home at some point is actually something that you want, and remember, I want you to think about what you actually want, not what all of your friends are doing, not what it seems like the right thing to do is, because maybe you don't really have that much of a desire to own a home right now. And maybe the priority should be paying off student loan debt. Often you have a grace period of what your student loan debt is going to cost you. So the interest rate that you're paying on your student loan debt, that won't last forever. So it's important to understand when your student loan debt could get really expensive. To summarize, students, try to stay out of credit card debt, or if you do have a credit card, try to pay it off every single month. Start saving, make that a habit as soon as you have work, and as soon as you get out there and you're starting to bring some money in, just make savings a habit and set it aside. Make sure to invest your savings so that you are actually making more off of that money. And I think what's critical too is when you get out of school and you know what your student loan debt is, you know that it costs you $60,000 or whatever that number is. Come up with a plan on how to pay that off in a reasonable amount of time. So if that's 5 years, figure out what you need to do to have it paid off in that time frame. If your student loan interest rate goes up, you need to shop around and see if you can get a better rate, and try to keep that rate as low as you possibly can. And it's really important to be looking at this on a regular basis so that you can get that student loan paid off as soon as possible, and it's one less thing that's going to hang over your head. Students, please check out my video on social peer pressure, keeping up with the Joneses, because if you can think this way, if you can actually put social peer pressure into perspective, oh man, you're gonna be so much farther ahead. To learn more about the do's and don'ts of being a broke student, follow me on Instagram at BuyTheLatte and on my YouTube channel. And remember, invest and you can keep buying those lattes.